Hello, folks of YouTube. I'm Essel. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Towards the end of 1.5. Been like, not a ton of time, but it's been a good amount of time for me in real life since we last played, so we gotta catch back up. Better part of a week, so forgive me as I reconfigure, but final day. This is it. This is the trial. This is the lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. Been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Oh, hey. Edgeworth! Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777 ID is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding the ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, writes, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. Yo! Character development. It's the first time it doesn't... Exactly. This is the first time that he's ever done something like this. That's crazy. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce with the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Huh. I don't know if I see the comparison super cleanly, but some stuff I know what you mean. There's some similarities. Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally is when the prosecution puts forward its opening statement, but before that the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant? Hello? Materialize out of thin air? Morning, folks. How's everyone going? Hey, Chief, been back to the pool yet? Exactly. SL9 is always relevant, just like DL6 is always relevant. Oh, yes, totally got you. No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. I don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, what exactly is this proposal of yours? The long pause with him is so unsettling. Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? I haven't heard what she intends to say. I feel she should be granted a request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Oh dear. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wrights, I no longer require your services. But Lana... Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is unprecedented. Indeed, it appears there's no need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendants... I was going to say, Edgeworth, objection. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Now calm down, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, huh? I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gunt. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendants, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, huh? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Ms. Emma Skye. I request the court hears the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Ms. Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy. You'll live to regret this, mark my words. That's, word. Okay. Ms. Emma Skye, please take the stand. It's like Edward decided to take the horse by the reins. No kidding, jeez. Hi, Emma. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dock of the Joe Dock killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edwards, please remember the trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. Sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial, and we're going to be reaching out to it. So you could say we are reaching out to the truth. Like so. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Yes, it is a great quote. Totally agree. Alright. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget when I saw him in an instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Am I lights on too high? No, they're not on too high. For anybody who was not here on the stream yesterday, we played Resident Evil recently, and it was very fun. But I think my setup is slightly off after adjusting some things for it, so I'm like a little bit like. But it is what it is. Good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. Got to admire him for his courage considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Oh, we're just balancing lighting with a darker room. So true. You're right about that. Yeah. We're not quite there yet, but soon we will activate Pepe Sylvia mode. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. Hold it. 2 years ago, the defendant was the detective at the police department, right? Yes, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Ms. Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. Always sat at my sister's desk and dreamed about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor's office had held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage. Alright. A man? Yeah, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Doc proceeded to take the elevator. Must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran to the Sky and Gans office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look, and that's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Doc's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. What's wrong about Gant? Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning after the ceremony. I assumed that would be why also he was the first to run out of Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in? I don't remember clearly what happened then, but... Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark and just then the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, a lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Oh, wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't be able to see anything, right? Right, but just then the lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image on of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yeah, Detective Goodman, he was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more? So you spoke with Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? I think you mentioned this before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added the statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. You drew a picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Do we have this picture? I wanted to do everything I could to help the investigation. I can see it now whenever I close my eyes. It's strange. I took over the case of the Prosecutor Marshall died, yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken. But I did draw it. I swear I'm not just imagining it. This picture that I drew, it reminds me. Okay. The scene. Describe it to us. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. Must have been a real shock. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as clearly. Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dog was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. I'm pretty sure I was watching them. I don't have any reason to lie, but Lana sure does. Alright, you get info from Emma. Alright. Let's hit her with the, let's see. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, I think. No! What? Yo, what? This is new to me, folks. A picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list in magic marker. Got a very bad feeling about this. Oh. I didn't know that. I did not hear the Marshall pun. Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. Oh my god, real Marshall and fake Marshall, incredible. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence. Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. He's the bad guy? All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! Behold, says Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Modders, please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn. Ah! What's this? Yes, what is that? That's it, that's the picture I drew. Behold, a man, exactly. Indeed. Two men appear to be wrestling with her. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in the case ever reached you. What? 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 Order, order. But Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Oh, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth, it's possible. Let me see. How'd you never look, Edgeworth? Something wrong. You have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. Edgeworth, come on, man. It's that thing! Oh, God. No! No. That's the thing! The thing that was dancing in the evidence room! Clearly this act of vandalism of the work of a certain chief of detectives. Guess you got a scrap paper. Huh. Witness, will you please test out this picture you drew 2 years ago? Okay, hold on. Huh. Let me turn it sideways, does that help at all? No? I don't think so. Huh. Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Think a flash of lightning can burn such an image in your minds. Thanks to that she was able to show us exactly what she saw. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. Are we sure about that? Did you draw this right after the incident? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first I was in such a state of shock I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge under the direction of Damon Gent and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, memories should have still been fresh in your minds. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us if the picture's painted all black? There we go. So at the time, you didn't even notice Mr. Marshall came to your rescue. No, I couldn't see him clearly. Lighting was so bright and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning struck. Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. What happened after the lightning flashed? I mean, you didn't see the actual murder take place. No. I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. We're both the good guy here right now? This is very wild. This trial is very interesting. One of the weirdest back and forths. Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course. This is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks to the detectives. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I better watch out. You might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would influence me. Mr. Rice, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... It's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet... There's clearly a contradiction here. Is there? Oops. I pushed triangle instead of present. My bad. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Wait, what happened? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that, folks. I had a relatively frequent 8 p.m. drowsiness debuff activate, so had to quickly stretch my legs, but we're all good. Okay. What I was trying to do was present the knife, I think? Also present the photo. Oh no, right, okay. Present the knife here then. Oh, the knife, I guess the knife or the photo, but maybe the knife. Really? I'll hold the L on that. I'll hold the L. We'll hold an L there. So the interesting thing here is, of course, the knife. I think pretty clearly. The question is, how do we tell the game that? Oh, hold on, right. Should have saved it after the first one. We are holding an L. Okay. Alright, take a save here. I don't fully understand what they want from me. Leather cloth. Oh. I'm sorry. I, a novice, an amateur, didn't read the autopsy report. It was even updated. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright, perhaps it'd be faster if you simply point out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture... I think Mr. Marshall should be... This part here? The drawing stinks. Right? Phoenix! Act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty. Okay. Okay. Alright, we'll try the knife then.
Take that!
You see the tip is broken? I guess you can. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too. If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
Objection!
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Oh, true. I was focused on the back. Oh, I guess that could have been his back here. Ah! What's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Objection!
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation of the witness's memory is mistaken.
Objection!
That's why I asked her so many times at first she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Objection!
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in the story, there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Me playing Dark Souls. Another broken knife beside Joe Dark's? Could there have been one? Yes, there is another one. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by simple observational error. Mr. Wright. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here is the real murder weapon. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. This is a picture of the award ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award the prosecutor Marshall's holding. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife that the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order, order, order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he didn't carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. Oh, and why not Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh! But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it, Emma says. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Witness? Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please? Is the list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back? I knew it. This picture, I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it'd be best if we added this to the witness's testimony? Would you please tell us what you just recalled, Ms. Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. There we go. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Huh. This is certainly most unusual. Here's my question. Could Gant be the blue badger? In terms of silhouette? Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That means he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may not have been in cross-examination. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Lana? What's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? Chief Prosecutor Skye. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. Seems we're finally getting close to the core of the matter. When you say that man, I'm assuming you're referring to Joe Dark. Yes, or at least I think it was him. You think? All I could see were shadows. The power outage that immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor office's reports. So then you... I panicked and rushed toward both of them. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? She was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as he just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. What do you mean you think? It all happened so fast and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. What I did is all kind of a blur. Ms. Sky was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, that little disorientation is only natural. I saw the man about to stab the other person, who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. What you did was very brave, young girl. So what happened next? I'm not sure when you left. So unfortunately, can't help too much. But we are currently remembering the crime, going in on the details. So I saw the Blue Badger, investigating these drawings of Emma's. Are you sure about this? Of course. See, I even drew a picture from here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought up this hideous beast. And that was just this year. The Blue Badger didn't exist 2 years ago. That's all quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling I'd seen him somewhere before. Now I finally remember. Oh, brother. Just when you think that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing? His shadow. So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remembered he had 3 creepy horns. This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken. May well be. What's important is what caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh? I suppose you have an explanation. Yes. If so, then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when that lightning flashed? Oh, sorry guys. I could not get to the meat fast enough, my apologies. The Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew this picture. Yet she's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to go tend to my sinuses. I'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, sorry about that. We had some sinuses. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright? In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in this instant? Please show us this mysterious Blue Badger look-alike. Okay. So... Oh, we can't submit profiles. Okay. Oh, it's this for sure. The 2 orbs on the side, I've got it. That sort of seals it, I think. The mysterious Blue Badger was in fact this. But that's a... what exactly is that? I believe it's in some sort of jar. Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint? I've gotta show them the correct angle to look at this from. Yo! Resident Evil moment? Okay. Oh, what are you talking about, game? Oh, God. You've gotta be kidding me. Oh, why? I mean, was it not just how it was, basically? I guess not. Like this or something? maybe this. We'll go with this for now.
Take that!
This isn't right. Okay.
Objection!
Yeah, I thought this was a winner here. A little more a aggressive angle here.
Take that! Objection!
Oh, okay. Sick. I was like, it did look right to me. Sick.
Take that! Objection!
Oh, that was close. Don't give me that.
Take that! Objection!
I'm gonna try not to get sucked into this for the next 30 hours. Yeah, this is so fun. If the music wasn't playing, it'd be a lot more tolerable, but alas, the music is playing. Yeah, I thought that looked pretty good. These are even like at the right angle. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah.
Objection!
What in the goddamn?
Take that! Objection!
Thank God they knew to not make this cost health at least.
Take that!
Oh, that looked just right. This one? Or does yaw mean other way around? This I've done before, I thought. I can't believe this is all part of this grand scheme to get this to do this. This looks so correct.
Take that! Objection!
Looks okay. Roll is do a barrel roll. Yep, that one I know. Pitches up and down. Okay. See, I'm ready to play Ace Combat now. Whenever we get around to that, eventually, one year, one of these days. See, that I felt very good about. Yeah, this one seems almost like on the ball.
Take that! Objection!
That was totally right.
Take that! Objection!
Gumshoe? What did Gumshoe do? Oh, we're making the blue badger? Oh god, true. Like, Gumshoe, how has he participated in this? He didn't. But he did.
Take that! Objection!
No, that totally worked. I'm gonna look it up at some point.
Take that! Objection! Take that! Objection!
That for sure had gotten it. Oh, okay.
Take that! Objection!
Thank you, Ozzy. Appreciate it. Oh, I literally did that. I literally did that position like 3 times. That's insane. We tried this like genuinely 3 different times.
Take that!
Huh? Okay, we're about to we're at the pull out the big guns in a second here, folks. We're actually gonna pull out the big guns. Hold on. Hold on, we're actually pulling out the big guns. Alright, ready? Ready for the big guns? This is gonna be fun. Jar. Okay. Man. Okay. Okay, ready? Ready? This is gonna be fun. Not that. That wasn't fun. That was coughing. It's called coughing. Okay.
Objection!
Okay. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Hold on. Hold on. Man, really? OBS opacity. Color correction filter. Okay. Alright, there we go. I got it now. Oh, it's too big. Hold on. I was like... Alright. Now we can do it. I have brought the largest possible guns. Oh, I can't have the game up and the screen big as well. Oh, I can't actually. Two monitors, alright. It's like, maybe it might be slightly too large right now. It's not large enough. Slightly too large, it looks like. Here's the good news. If we do this one time and we get it right, we can be done. I'm lining up with the like the rim at the bottom. Make sure it's the right size. Oh, it's close. Alright. Alright. It's not quite right, the whole thing. That looks very close to me. Wait. Oh, sorry, I dragged too much. At long last, we're freed. Alright. Thank you for the picture, Ozzy. No one can possibly deny this jar resemblance to the Blue Badger. I can. I am raising my hand. No. It can't be. Order! Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this... Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, the question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that Badger thing was actually just a job. That doesn't change anything. Oh, it changes everything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The location? I thought we were leading up to Gant, but... What? Hold on. We don't have like a, I was hoping for like, oh, and the chief hid a piece of this, because he knew it was important, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know... What do we know for sure? I mean, we already knew we were in the office. and we already knew we were in this office. Emma knew she was in in Lana's office. Maybe now we know it was actually in Gant's side of the office? So that's one possibility. The weapon, I don't think that only got changes. We know what the weapon is, and it was the King of Prosecutors knife. So that's one thing. The murderer, the jar doesn't imply Gant's existence here, for example, right? That doesn't follow, I don't think. Not yet, at least. Eventually, yes, we're getting there, but this is the thing that says the most to me. Let's go with this. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At a very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing where this worker she has seen the jar. Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. On a shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
Objection!
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified to herself.
Objection!
I was right. So yeah, it was that it was not in Lana's side of the office. Yes, and it's these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office. Okay, I was right. Nice.
Objection!
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office? Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what the reason is, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana had to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent this jar flying? Have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Not the knight from this perspective, he would have hit the shelf? Ah! The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous-looking sword. Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall, wielding the Knight of Prosecutor's trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through with this. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorized, the outcome's obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh no. Oh no. Emma, no. You mean... No, we don't mean that. Mr. Marshall died because of me? Oh, no. No! I agree, Emma. I agree. Yeah. I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. 45 minutes? So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Gabby, given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How can you tell Jake tried to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edwards, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're gonna have to find proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't. Yes, it certainly will be difficult to prove this with evidence. If you don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. Yes, we can! What are you talking about? Hold on. No, hold on. I'm not gonna accept this. This is literally half the premise of the series. They don't testify often, but sometimes they do. Now, yeah, no, it's true. Maya's not here. If Phoenix says, unless Maya were here, it's all been a wild goose chase in the beginning. Touche, Miss Sky. Of course, there's only one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean the possibility the victims left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life, in one manner or another. That's impossible. Well, Mr. Wright, there's only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? The real murderer's name the victim may have left behind is in the evidence? Question mark. That looks like it could have come from Marshall's vest, for sure. How ironic. There is the jar itself. Like the blood on the jar. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Do not be mistaken, Ms. Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. I mean...
Take that!
This is the message from the deceased. Right, now then. This is a message from the judge. Okay, well, we have 4 left. I'm gonna, just for the sake of sanity, gonna reload because we gonna have some stuff. Okay, any evidence? Let's try that again. My other option was the blood on the jar. It's neither of those things. I'll have to back up. And do some more thinking.
Take that!
It's that blue badge from before, right? Oh, is he just going to speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. A message was left here on the surface of this jar. Oh, the line! I was like, maybe he flicked the blood on. There we go. No, the line. What do you mean? Look close, there's a faint trail of blood on this jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line here, drawn in blood. So what you'll say, Is these dots were once lines. Oh! Oh, I actually didn't think about that yet. Hold on. Why don't I think of that yet? Let's see. How do we do this? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Easy money, easy money, easy money. Hold on. Hold on. I think you even have a paint. Yeah. You even have a paint thing here. Well, now. Okay, ready? Oh my god, this is not Photoshop, huh? Oh my god, this is not Photoshop, folks. Used paint in a while. Okay. Well, let's see if we can figure this out before we get started here. Okay. I don't know what we're doing here. We're just gonna connect some stuff. Connect the dots, connect the dots, connect the dots. So this one... Oh. I'm seeing maybe an A here? I'm not seeing the N yet. I'm seeing a G and an A at least, though. Oh, I know, but this is fun. Are you guys having fun? Whatever, I'm having fun. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave him behind a message. One that's been apparently wiped away. The blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. It is possible, but localization for Ace Attorney is like very thorough on the whole, so I would be surprised. I'd be relatively surprised if it was supposed to be a Japanese character. Precisely. So all you need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will become apparent. No. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Okay. Oh. Only one thing the victim would have written, given the circumstances. Probably a tree, meaning he was dropped from the roof onto the tree, got off onto the night, and then... Yeah, exactly. His murderer's name. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Oh no, it's Emma. Oh no. Well. My to your point, Fi, I'm sure this worked in Japanese as well, and they just tweaked it. Oh boy.
Take that!
What do you think? Came with this message. Yes. I'm teaching Karen to students all thumbs. You can write out I won't do it again 100 times. What? Huh? Okay. Oh, I did? Oh my god. This game. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove their client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. This is so messed up. I don't even know that like this is I just so didn't have this on my radar as like a thing that would come. Like what? So this is the final message the prosecutor Marshall left behind. Thank God she's unconscious right now, because like I don't want her seeing this. Must protect her. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Skye. Bruh. Seaworthy? Can't say I didn't warn you. Chilling. Chief Gans. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Jordak was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yeah. Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. That's a... But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know we aren't defenders of justice? Weren't you aware? What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing him to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. What's wrong with the office? They might have sent an innocent man to death. How can you just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, 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 order! The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial was headed, no one knows. To be continued. Yo, holy cow, that was good. What the heck? Wow. So, current prediction, by the way, before we continue. And we might not, stream folks, hold up. I'm not sure if we're doing more of this tonight, but YouTube folks, quick wrap up and then we'll head on out. First of all, if you're here, thanks so much for watching the whole YouTube VOD. This is really cool. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing below to find more from me, and come by the stream at twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you live. In the meantime, playlist for more Ace Attorney above, subscribe, and hit the like button down below to make sure you find more content from me and you get to help out the algorithm and stuff. Hopefully we'll see you live soon. We also got Twitter and Discord. Come by soon. Hopefully we'll see you then. Until next time. Peace.